What's up everybody? Welcome back to our channel. Today we got another project. And it's not as big as the 131 that we did on Project Spaceball right here. As you can see, the 131 is in. You can tell by the SE on the heads. And also the limited edition limited edition custom made derby cover by me. That's only there temporarily. I got another one coming. But what's today's project? Today's project is all about replacing the inner fairing on this Street Glide. And why are we replacing it, you ask? That's a great question. I'll give you the answer. The answer is right inside of here, there's supposed to be a bolt. Well, the nut plate is out and the surrounding part of it is cracked and broken off, and the owner of the bike is not happy with it. So what does he do? He orders another inner fairing. So today you and I are going to go through and replace the inner fairing. And it's really not that hard. Got a screw here. You got a screw here. We got a screw here. And these screws come out. Now, deep inside of here, there's a screw that puts the little trim piece on, holds that to the fairing. We also have to take off the highway lights. So I'm going to get most of this off, and we're going to work together as disassembling the inner fairing. Hopefully you guys get value out of this. I'm going to try and bring you the best video I can with this. Again, I'm doing this all by my lonesome, and I have no camera crew. Roadie Riders, I wish you were here. Corey, I wish you were here again. You know, but it's just me, myself, and I. So stay tuned. We're going to dig right at it. All right, guys, we got it off. The outer fairing is off, and the lower skirt with the highway lights. But look at all this wiring mess. Don't worry, I got you covered. There are, I don't even know how this is even working. Look at that. Oh, right here. All right, so I got you covered. Be not afraid. It's a lot of wiring, yes. It's a lot of connectors, yes. But don't worry. We'll get it working. We'll make it happen. And we'll transfer everything over. And bada bing, bada boom, and we're done. Any questions? Leave me comments down below if you have any questions. What we got to look for here is these things. These brackets always tend to crack and break, usually right here at the 90-degree bends. And they're not, which is a good thing. And we could remove everything and leave the frame in place, or we could take it all off and transfer it over. I think that's what I'm going to do. But here's the culprit of why the inner fairing's getting replaced. It's supposed to have one of those in there, and that one doesn't. And if you look, it's a broke. They say they will not break, but it broke. Yes, it broke. So now we have work to do. I'm punchy. Yeah, it's been a long week. It's only Monday. Yeah, I know. It's only Monday for me when I'm filming this. But all last week was long. All weekend was long. We all had the motor swap on Saturday. That took me right out for Sunday. All I did Sunday was go get a gasket for Project Spaceball. Replace the gasket for the clutch because the arm got jammed. So I had to unjam it. To do that, I pulled the clutch cover off, the exhaust back off, and put the clutch, unjam it, put the clutch cover back on the right side, put the exhaust back on, adjust the clutch. Then I went for road test. After that, I was done. I was done. So here I am today. So, I know, shut up, stupid. All right, so we got a lot of wires in here we have to disconnect. on both sides. And we're going to do that. Really? Okay. Kind of concerning when I see things like this. You know, someone's been in here doing stuff before, but no big deal. We'll make it happen. We'll make it all right and happy. And boom, it'll be done. So let me start disconnecting some of these wires. Like, there you go. Handlebar. This is for your handlebars. This one is also for your rear harness. And it's kind of the way they do it. The tan, why is this not coming off? Oh, okay, hold on. There we go. Got it unplugged. But this is also comes off this way. All right. The tan is on the clutch side. All the black connectors are on the throttle side. All right, so we got that one undone. And we got this one coming undone. All right, and what I'm doing is I'm grabbing the wiring harness, seeing where the wiring goes, and then I'm disconnecting it from there. Let's see, this I need a special tool for. I'll show you that tool. I keep it with all my screwdrivers. It's a body or a door panel type of tool. Slap in there, pops it off, and now I'm gonna unplug that one. Okay, put that down. Get this one out of the way. All right, you guys, you get the gist of what I'm doing here. But in the interest of time, I'm just going to keep going. And when I'm ready to remove the interfering, I'll set it up on the tripod. We'll do it all together. But you get the idea. You know what I'm saying? Just for the interest of time, I don't want to waste anybody's time or make you sit through boring unplugging of wires. I know nobody wants to see that, and I get it. And you know, now is a good time to go through and, you know, neaten up your wiring if you can. Here's an antenna wire. Here's the radio wire. Yeah, I'm going to be replacing these speakers too. I also have a oil change I got to do on this. With the oil change comes an air cleaner as well. All right, let me get this done. We'll get back to it. Okay, I got the interfering off. Took a little bit, but I got it off. So we're going to need some tools. We need a 3/8 Allen socket and a Phillips. And the first thing we're going to remove are these brackets here, these steel brackets. So what I need to do is undo it here from the speaker on both sides. Try not to lose your screws because they are important. And the same thing with these spacers like the one I just dropped. Let's see if I can find it. Yep, there it is. Oh, there it is. Jesus. Look at that. I'm sneezing like crazy. All right. Now we need the 3/8. And you got one up here. And one down here. Then one over here. And then one right down here. But we got to remove our cigarette lighter. Which is just simple. All you got to do is unspin it. Hopefully you guys saw that. Yeah, you did. Good. So cigarette lighter's undone. And now this 4th screw. And that's it for holding the frame on. Believe it or not, guys. Oh, no, we got to do the screws here for the radio. My mistake. So I need a 1/4 inch long Allen on a swivel. Oh, nope, 3/16, not quarter. What the hell's wrong with me? It's like everything else on Harley's, 3/16. So we'll take this one, zip it on out, zip it on out. And then we'll do this side. And they give you a little access hole to get in here with, which is nice, helpful. And now we can remove the frame portion. Now this was already loose, so whoever put these in didn't tighten them down completely. But that's okay, because we're gonna make this work. And look at this, like I said, these brackets always break, always. Look at that, it broke. They say they would not break, it broke. But we'll fix that. You know, there's nothing we can't do to fix that. All right, now we dig into our gauges. So I take my Phillips and we'll start here. That's 1, 2, that comes off. And believe it or not, once that's off, this should just pop right out. Just give it a little tap, a tippy tippy tap. Just like Happy, tap it in, Happy. Just give it a tippy tippy tap. Tip tap taparoo. Love Happy Gilmore. I love quoting it too, as you guys could tell from watching all my videos. All right, there's those two. Now we got here, which I believe, nope. Where's that socket? There it is, right there. And I need my ratchet. Once I find it, oh, right there. Just trying to keep everything together, and I'm losing everything, to include my mind. Radio should just walk right out, I believe. Oh no, it's a DIN, so it's an aftermarket, so I need the DIN tool. Which I don't have, but there's a way to do it now to have access to it here. So we're going to make it all happen nice. And that gauge just pops out. Now these are one. Now if you notice, there's a method to how I'm stacking these gauges. Stack them in the way that they came out. Now if you notice there's one missing, that's because you have to disconnect the wires because they're not plugged. They're actually a nut on the back side. You got to pull the gauge through the fairing to undo those nuts. That there. And now the last gauge. This is not really a fun job, but it's not a hard job. It's just a tedious job and memory game. Trying to remember where all the wires go, which one goes where, so on and so on. Because there's a lot of wires, but don't get intimidated. All right, let's see. Now, for this, take like a bent screwdriver, if I could get in here, if not, smaller screwdriver, much smaller. I have one right here. Let's see. That's one, so we grab that piece. Get behind it, hold it out, get behind this one, and can I push this through? Okay, I feel foolish. This is simpler than I thought. You grab the radio and you just slide it through the hole. Just like that. I feel foolish. So I didn't have to take the face off. None of that. But now the radio's out. And we have some speakers here to remove, because I'm probably going to need the screws in the brackets for our new speakers he's putting in. And these speakers are from my friend at J&M Audio. Believe it or not. And that one's a Phillips. Somebody was in here that shouldn't have been. All right, so you get the idea. Let me stop this, get this apart, and I'll have the new one laying there. We'll put it together. All right, everybody. We're about ready. Word's tough right now. Reassemble. I got the radio head end unit. So now I'm going to do the gauges. And remember, you know, we have multiple gauges in here. You know, so I'm going to put the fuel on. Which one went where? I'll figure it out. But I believe the fuel was down here. But we're going to start with our speedometer. So it's real simple. This here slides in. Just like that. And what you want to do is when you put it in, make sure your rotation is right. And then you take your holder and then you put it in. So what you want to do is grab your screwdriver and your screwdriver bit. Now I'm going to turn the clutch down a lot on this because I don't want to strip this thing out. Oh, wrong way. That's one. That's two. Now that it's in there and tight, let's take a look at it. And that's straight. You got to be careful with this because you can over tighten these and you can put these in wrong. So now we're going to do our tack. So we're going to put this one in here like this. Just like that. And we'll spin it. Oh, and it falls right out. Okay. Again, you got to be careful with the rotation. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get these started. Let's tilt it up. There you go. And that's in place. Always being careful not to scratch our fresh new interfering. All right, I'm gonna get the rest of these done and we'll get back at it. Okay, I got one support bracket in. Now I'm gonna work on the second one. And I did the first one on my own because I really didn't want to bore you guys with repetition. Hey, it's over there now. So here we go. And what I like to do is I like to start at the radio, but I leave things loose for now. like everything else. You start it by hand. And this isn't a tough job for anybody. All you have to do is, you know, like I always say on everything else, take your time, do a nice job, and it'll be okay. No worries. Now, what we got to do is stretch this. Not really stretch, but try and get this hole lined up. And then once that's all lined up, we can tighten it up and call it done for this part. Then once this is all assembled, we can go ahead and put this on the bike and start with our wiring. Now we got new radio here. It's got a couple of USB ports. It's got USB port 1, USB port 2. I'm not sure how we're going to feed these to the front of the bike for him, because he does have a USB thumb drive that he uses. But we'll figure all that out. Looks like the radio did come with some extensions. One extension. So we will definitely do that. All right, now we got the whole interfering together. Now we have to mount it on the bike. And it's really not that hard to do. You just have to take your time. You know, make sure all your wiring and your clutch cable is out of the way, because the clutch cable goes through the interfering just like the factory. So let's do this. You grab your interfering and you slide it down, and it goes right in place just like that. And there you go. Your interfering is on. We have the USB port here, 1, that we have an extension, and I'm going to find out the best way to run that. So while we're doing all this, I'm going to start running my wires and getting everything connected. And it's quite the undertaking, to say the least. You know, first things I want to do is all the gauges, and then the speakers, and then I'll do the hand controls, and then I'll deal with this stereo. It's aftermarket. It's not the same as the original, but that's okay. I'll figure it out and get it done and get it all put together. Does anybody have any questions or any comments? Go ahead and leave them down below. You know, let me know. All right, guys. So let's start with the Speedo. That gets plugged in there. This would be the tack. That gets plugged in right there. All right. And these are all already labeled once before. Like this is the temp gauge, which is right here. Not temp, that'd be air pressure, I believe. Let me look, make sure. Yeah, that's the air pressure gauge. I don't know why they got it marked temp. So this gets plugged in, and when I unplugged it, believe it or not, the light bulb came out with it. So you can change these colors of these lights very easily. And now we'll do the bulb. Get that in there. Hopefully I'm not blocking everybody's view. There we go, that's plugged in. All right, this here is your trip reset. This unthreads, pushes through the fairing. You hold the back side of it, and then you thread in from the front. thread the cap. That's a weather tight cap, so there you go. We're getting there, everybody. We are definitely getting there. This here would be for our neutral indicator, turn signal indicators, things like that. And before I put all this together, I'm going to make sure everything works the way it should. All right, let's see. That's a cigarette lighter. So I'm going to actually fish this around here. And this is the ground portion. This one goes to here. And that's done. This would be turn signals. So that actually comes through here. Just like that. What do we got over here? This is the fuel gauge and the fuel gauge. There's two of them. So this actually will go, the 3-prong goes here, 2-prong goes here. See, it's really not that hard. Alrighty. Again, that's all the radio. I'm going to move all that out of my way. All right, this is old radio, or the old style radio. So we're going to undo this. Actually, I'll leave that for now because I got to really dig into that. Oh, this sucks. I just wrenched my back. Alrighty. So this. Alright, that's headlight. Put this one over on this side. I'm looking for speaker wire. These are your hand controls. This one goes up and around. Nope, that's not it. All right, the antenna. Let's get this one plugged in. There you go, antenna's plugged in. As you can see, this is quite the undertaking. Oh, here you go. Nope. There we go. That plugs in just like that. That plugs in just like that. We're getting it. We are definitely getting it. Getting it done. All right, there's your turn signals. Still looking for the speaker wires. So let me see if I can find those. Front fender lamp. Okay, that gets plugged in here. The front fender lamp. Because that goes to your headlight as well. And I'm going to zip tie all this stuff out of the way. Nice and neat. Hey, speaker. left front speaker. Everybody, I couldn't finish filming the interfering swap. Nope, I couldn't do it. I apologize. Reason being is I stretched to move the camera, different angle, and I threw my back out. That's it. I honestly threw my back out. I was laid up for almost a week in some severe pain. And if you see me on my live, on Monkey's Live, or on any Ray's Motor Life's lives on Instagram or YouTube, you'll see that I was in a lot of pain. I did finish it though, then, with a whole lot of cuss words because I was in a lot of pain. But I was able to get it done. So, I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's all completed. So here it is. It's all completed. All the gauges are in. I know I showed the important part of, you know, where the wiring and everything goes. So that's the important part. What you missed, I believe, is the outer fairing getting put on with his spot lamps. All right. So here we are, guys. And that's it for this video. Hey, again, I apologize you didn't see the full completion, but I showed you the end product. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a like and subscribe. Words stink right now. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. Until the next one, live the best life you can. Ride often and ride hard.
Like and subscribe to Dr. Harley. Subscribe, Dr. Harley.